Okay, so part 24. We've got all the little bits now to kind of work our way through. The intake system I'll just show you over there in a second. That has to do with that box. And we had some noises on the cam belt side. I just took some tension off the cam belt, that was one of them. Another one was this cover, which you've seen before. I had to take a lot of modifications to, but if you can just see on there, it's been actually rubbing away on the tensioner, so I'm going to need to just cut that little section out there and put a piece of plastic across the back there, stop stuff going in, dropping down, but it's no good that it's rubbing. So that's one thing to do. Another thing was the tension on the auxiliary belt, which kind of lives just back there, was also dead. So I ordered another one, which is lovely, and this just kind of highlights the problems and the little niggles that I keep coming across with this build, like the engine mount, like the engine mount, the height problem, the engine cover, the cam belt cover I've just shown you, and then sometimes it's not actually anything like that. So they do look identical now, which is great. So this is the new one, that's the old one. This is making a racket. So this arrived one evening, stripped it all down, got it ready to fit, and then found that the bolt that goes in this one, which is the correct bolt, OEM bolt, wouldn't fit in this one because they drilled it to 9.5mm, not basic kind of needs 10.8mm. So thank you, Mickey Kellett. I went round and he had an 11mm lovely drill bit on a lovely drill, and we made that the right size. So that was a whole day kind of, well, evening wasted. The other thing was, I've shown before, I've got an S2000 filter. It's a Honda S2000 filter. Now they're great because you can get them for about 20 quid on trade or on eBay. Great filter. They are big, which is ideal. I run it on the race tractor. However, I couldn't find a way to fit it down there, so we were going to fit it behind the fog light, basically, which I've sort of shown you. There's kind of a recess behind here. The horn is now down there, so the intake pipe's coming down here. Got a MAF, which obviously you haven't got to deal with on the other one. That's from an Audi S4, and then the pipe will go through the gap there into some sort of airbox, which I'll make up. So I did lots of measuring and checked through sort of cross-referencing on K&N, and overnighted this K&N filter. So this is the filter that's going to be going on. As you can see, nice and lightweight. Manufacturing processes have got a bit worse, actually, I've got to admit. No, obviously I'm kidding. I made this up actually out of all the dimensions that I got of a model, which is an RD 1100 if you're wondering, and Demon Tweaks had a bit of an offer on a few of their filters, and this happened to be one of them, which was quite handy. They've got an outlet store on eBay. So I just mocked it up like this, and then popped that kind of in the gap under there, which I can't really show you with the camera, and made sure it was going to fit nice, which it will. It only needed like another extra ½ inch there or higher here, and it wasn't going to fit. So that's ideal. So we ordered it, and here is the real thing, obviously. So it doesn't look massive, but that's a big old amount of air in there. Nice 3-inch outlet, and I think it's, from memory, I think it's 6 inches by 6 inches basically. So it's a good size filter. Obviously it's cleanable and re-oilable, etc. So that cost me 38 quid, which is pretty incredible considering the S2000 filters are 20 quid for a paper one. You're gonna have to replace that every year. So that's what we're going for on this one. Better start fitting some parts. Hopefully the mapper will be here today, my man with his ECUs, and he's going to see why it's in limp mode, so I better get this tensioner on, and I've been rattling on for 3 minutes, so apologies for that. Let's get some work done and I'll give an update later. Right, so in here, shine a light on me, is, well, our arch liner's in, which is nice. We've also got behind there, which you can't really see because he's way down there, that new tensioner's on. And it's nice and quiet now, which is very nice. It was quite a bad noise. This piece here, we've kind of modified. Let's use that word, not butchered. No, not butchered at all. As you can see, there's a little gap there, which is kind of necessary because there's a coolant pipe just behind. But it's in place, so splash guard's kind of in place, it's kind of useful. And you can see where we've had to cut a section out just to allow it to go through, really. And then on a cam belt cover, I've cut a section out, and then I've just glued another section in. Reason being, we need a little bit of clearance in there, and I don't want just a big old gaping hole. So that'll just stop anything major or your hand or your finger getting down in there when it's running. So we'll put that on, and then we'll head over to there to sort out the intake. Hey! Oh yeah, and obviously washer bottles in. Had to modify that too. Had to basically cut a bracket, so it's a quick release washer bottle now. But it's in, and that's quite important. MOT. They say you need that, because my screen gets quite dirty, as you can see, after a couple of hours of sitting in here under them. Yes, thank you very much. Yummy. So once it's in the car, this is going to be not seen really very much, just the top section, which you've already seen. So just thought I'd quickly show you. This is the induction kit, if you like, for the 16 valve. So we have Piggy's nice 90 degree with an offshoot for the breather system to come in. We've got a nut there. Just got to make a bracket left to do for that. I've got 2 brackets to do for this. Got an Audi S4 2.7 turbo MAF with a silicone joiner onto our hose, onto our metal section here, our alley section, couple of joiners into a 45, into our big RD 1100, 1100 if you like, K&M filter. So that was going to fit just behind the fog light there, and then run along and then up and in. That's the plan. I'm going to fit it now and sort of show you sort of it. But at the end of the day now, really, well, the end of the day was about 3 hours ago probably. But when you're making progress and actually fitting stuff, you just crack on. As you can see, there is still a couple of things to do. I was very nearly ready to be making this bracket up for here. That will fit about there temporarily until I say we do a plug-in. Hopefully we use a 206 pedal inside somehow. We've just plumbed up that can ready. As I say, I keep saying that will be replaced. That will be replaced. But basically, our induction kit, our intake has been finished. This lighting's not great. Let me improve. So we've got our 90 welded onto a little straight of 3" with a tee off. We know that Piggy did that. We saw that in a previous episode. I've got a little bracket just there, just supporting that first section, and then we go down to that big old MAF down there. And that'll get plugged in just on the left there. Goes down to a 3" silicone joiner, which I haven't sorted yet, and then goes down to some alley pipe work. You can just see in the middle the red tape. Actually, it's a bracket holding it onto the gearbox, just because obviously there's a bit of weight hanging down off there. And then underneath, there's that bracket just there, and then it comes along, comes through the side splash panel, which is really handy. And then that comes into our area here. Ooh, lovely. Notice the back of the fog light is off now. I'd love to retain the fog lights, but let's be honest, they don't do very much. And I want to retain that OEM look, so I don't know if you can kind of see that OEM look. But basically, left fog, as you look at it now, is still a fog and works. I don't know why, but it will. And then on this side, basically removed the glass and removed a section of the chrome to allow an air passage to go straight through. There's the horn down there, by the way. You can just see it now. They've got that light in. Now I'm going to think about this. It could look a bit tidier, could look more OEM, could look less. I don't know. I'm going to see if I like it and if it survives, and how wet the filters get in that position. But basically that's going to go straight to the air filter behind. Notice there is no air filter. Here's our 2, the one I made up. Here's our fancy one. I just wanted to sort of show you that on this build I've tried to make things a lot better ahead of time and see problems. So excuse my huffing and puffing and moving around, but it's a long day. Right, so first of all, this bit of wiring will be just tucked out of the way. That is a bit annoying that that's right there right now. Okay, you still with me? I think so. Right. Okay, so I want to make sure I could remove this filter easily. One-handed. Let's see if I can even do it one-handed. So the filter should go up like that without that wiring in the way. Sorry, I'm looking at what I'm doing, not what I'm filming. And there we go. Filter's on. So basically, once that's in place, there's my bit of... Oh, where has it gone? I'm looking for it. There it is. And then this will go underneath, like that. Can you see that? That's the original sort of under tray section for this corner. And effectively we've got ourselves a little air box in there. So to change the air filter, or I should say replace it, clean it, basically is going to be 3 screws on this. Take that out, undo there, and slot that off. And it's job done then. So I'm quite pleased with that. I've had to make a little slot, as you can see up there, just to allow that pipe come through. And this wiring here had to go around 180 degrees. if it's something you intend on doing. And I had to move the horn because the horn originally lives there. So there you go, that's information. You could leave the fog as standard, it was working. I realised it was just too tempting to stick a nice cold air feed through there, straight into our filter. So that's ideal. I might get a nice little something there. I'm already not liking the chrome thing very much. I don't know, see what it's like when the whole car's actually clean. And we'll see how OEM it looks. That's it for this little update. That's probably been not much progress to you, I don't know. Things we've now got to finish just quickly. So you see on the next one is I need to just finish off this fan wiring. I need to finish the bracket for that. Bracket for the ECU, a takeoff for boost, a takeoff for EMP, and a takeoff for EGT, all to go inside the cabin. MOT, fix limp mode, and then fix all the other problems that I haven't seen so far. But I'm feeling good. I'm going to go and have a shower and a glass of wine. I suggest you do the same. Thanks for watching. Please comment. Please check out Instagram. Please check out Facebook. I've got Piggy Power official profiles for both of those. I've even got merchandise. People keep forgetting about that. No, people keep mentioning that, forgetting I do it. And so they were mentioned I should tell everyone on the video. So there. Oh, and a final thing. Tell you what, let's see if you watch after the credit. And then with all the splash guards in place, that's what it looks like. So, piping comes down, goes to the side, just up there, and then we've got ourselves a little box. Sort of. Yeah. Seems pretty good to me. After the credits. So, I'm not a great fan of these K&N stickers. I don't really think they'll suit the car. So, if you'd like to get your hands on these 2 K&N stickers and a free Piggy Power sticker, comment below, and in a few weeks' time I'll review the comments, and the best comment I will send these out to. So there you go. K&N sticker ×2 and a Piggy Power sticker for free, sent to your door, not via this box. That'd be a bit silly. Comment below.